Hi there, how are you doing? I hope you're keeping really well. I've come out here today to record a little message that I'd like to share with you. And it feels much more appropriate doing it out here than it does inside, basically, given what I've got to say. So, like we've all had to do this year, I've kind of flexed and changed my ways of being and my change of working quite a lot. And as the months have gone by, I've found myself going back to the core of what I'm about, really, both personally and professionally. And at this time, I've also celebrated a decade as a practicing qualified herbalist. And I was already in that sort of frame of mind of kind of contemplating where to go forward, how to go forward into the next decade. And what has come about is that essentially my heart lies out here in the open, in nature. And this is now going to play a much bigger part in what I do and what I have to offer. So, as some of you probably know, I had a clinic room. Look, the word had. And as much as my clinic room wasn't a classically clinically feeling place, it was a kind of a way of working that I fell into a little bit by accident to some degree. And giving this some serious thought over recent months, and talking as well to some of the lovely patients that I have worked with for months, sometimes years, and some of the new patients as well that I've been seeing through lockdown online. And hearing their wishes of how they wanted to sort of continue going forward. As it's turned out, quite a lot of people, in fact most people, want to continue working online. And it's a way of working that I have actually come to quite enjoy working with as well. And, you know, different people have different reasons for wanting to continue on this way. Some people, it's a matter of reducing travel time because they're coming a long way. For other people, it's not having to sit in traffic and find parking. Some people just feel safer in their own home right now, and that's absolutely fine. So, taking all that on board, I was thinking, well, it's kind of served me well for the time that I've been there, and also the previous places that I've worked inside as well. And I'm really grateful to have had the opportunity to have worked in those places. And I'd brought my dispensary home at the start of March, just before lockdown, because I kind of had an inkling as to what was going to happen, and I wanted to preempt it somewhat. So I've been safely dispensing at home and posting out medicines since the start of March, and it has worked fantastically well, really, really well. So there actually wasn't a great deal left at clinic anyway, apart from fixture and furnishings. So end of July, I handed in my notice at the clinic, and I booked a removals van, and I moved basically what was left of my furniture and fixings back home to where I live in one of the cliff villages to the south of Lincoln. And I have to say, it feels great. It feels really good to be working from home and in my own space, as one of my patients calls it, my she cave, which has it's got my herbs in it, it's got my books, it's got my music, it's got my art, it's got kind of everything that I love in it, basically, and the occasional visit from my cat too when she's passing. So essentially, what that particular way of working means is that now I'm not just restricted to Lincolnshire. I can now work with people from all over the UK. And it's also opened up the opportunities of more evening appointments as well as daytime appointments, and also more weekend appointments as well. So there's usually times that both whoever wants to work with me can work with me. So it's become a lot more open and opened a lot more opportunities for people too. Now, I will still be seeing some people face to face. And again, this is going to be sort of flexible enough and kind of shiftable enough to move with whatever kind of changes in our ways of movement and what goes on with the current health situation, however that pans out, basically. So what's going to happen there is I am looking to, well, I'm currently exploring renting a practice room by the hour for some people that either prefer to talk in person, because some do, and that's absolutely fine, and also some people who need to as well, perhaps because they need to talk away from the home environment, which I absolutely take on board. So that's going to be coming to the fore fairly soon. I will also be offering home visits and garden visits as health and safety guidelines permit, which is something that I've always done anyway, but something I think that's going to take more of a presence in the way that I work. Now, in addition to all this, and one of the main reasons why I'm out here is because I am offering from the autumn a brand new way of working with me, which comes in the form of walking consultations. Now, I've always said that herbal medicine is more than just the medicine itself. Part of the healing from herbal medicine comes from talking, and that goes consultations, that first and review consultations that we have with people. And I cannot match herbs to people without hearing their unique story of what's brought them to see me and how they feel they need to be helped and how nature can help them. Now, by bringing people out into nature, that brings a whole other dimension to a way of working, because sure, you're getting the prescription that you'll be needing, but you'll also be getting healing from walking essentially in nature's pharmacy, and the great benefits that can bring. So I really look forward to sharing that with some of you as the season progresses and over the coming years as well. And I'm also developing some other projects that I'll really look forward to sharing with you soon, all to do with being out here in nature, wherever that is for you, whether it be in your garden, in your backyard, in your local wild area, in your local park or green space, wherever's good for you. And also I'll be looking to restart my, well, infamous fame walk, herb walks really. I've been doing herb walks now for 9 years. This was the last year, this is the only year that I haven't done them. And I really miss sharing cups of tea and stories with you all this summer. It's been it's been a shame to miss that, but I think it'll make it all the sweeter for next year when they come around again. So I wish you all good health for the coming autumn and winter months. And if you have any questions at all, as always, you're welcome to get in touch with me in whatever way is suitable for you, whether it be phone or via Skype or Zoom or social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. And I really hope to see you soon, and take care. That's all for me for now, but I want to leave you with these beautiful silver birches. Take care. See you soon.